Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chetanetya Vidhiyate Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. Sarvabhuteshu Ya Devi Chetana iti abhidhiyate. That divine principle, Deva is light. Dyotana Devaha. That principle of light, the divinity, Sarva Bhuteshu, in all the things and beings. Bhuta includes both. The inert world of Pancha Mahabhutas is also Bhuta, and we are also Bhuta. So Sarva Bhuteshu Chetana iti abhidhiyate is called as Chetana. So this Devi or the divine principle manifests in everything and being. So this Devi or the divine principle is manifestation of something which is beyond divinity and non-divinity. See? Like electricity manifests in the bulb as light. So light is the manifestation of electricity. Light is not electricity. But we cannot cognize the presence of the electrical energy without its manifestation. Whether there is light in the socket or not, how can we decide? Unless some manifestation is established. So what we cognize is only the manifest reality. We don't cognize what electricity is. We can cognize only the manifestation of electricity. And if we have to talk about electrical energy, how we will talk? Electricity is that which expresses as light in the bulb, but it is not the light. Electrical energy expresses as the heat in the heater, but it is not the heat. See? So we can talk about electrical energy only with reference to its manifestation and denying that manifestation is present in the original electricity. See? Take another example to understand this. The sunlight. We don't see sunlight. What we see is the daylight. There's a difference between sunlight and daylight. Daylight is sunlight reflected on any any medium between the sun and earth. When there is nothing in between to reflect, there is darkness. But in that darkness also, there is sunlight. So if we have to talk about sunlight, how we will talk? Sunlight is dark light. Contradictions? See, friends. This is what is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Vidhiyate. So the absolute reality is available for us only as the manifestation of the reality and not the reality. First thing. Then if you remember the stotra, there it is said, first Chetana iti avidhiyate. Thereafter, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matrurupena Samstita, Kshudha Rupena Samstita, Shanti Rupena Samstita, Trishna Rupena Samstita, Bhranti Rupena Samstita. So, the consciousness subsequently manifests as hunger. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshudha Rupena Samstita. A dead body does not have hunger. A dead body doesn't have anger. A dead body doesn't have disease. A dead body doesn't have problem. See? So, what we can recognize in this world? We can recognize somebody is hungry. And if that hunger of somebody reminds us that this hunger is an expression of the consciousness which is common in everything and being. And if we live no more as an individual Vyakti, but we live as consciousness, the Abhivyakti, the manifestation of the reality, then our understanding of the world will have a different flavor. Now what is our understanding? I versus you. Okay. The one lady, she wrote me one poem many years before. Swami ji, before marriage, मैं ही मैं शादी हो गई. For few days, तू ही तू. Few days, more added. तू मैं तू मैं. फिर some more days added. मैं तू मैं तू. And I being a Gujarati, in Gujarati, मैं is called as who. Who tu. Whole life is covered in I versus you. See friends, all the samsara is based on this basic error that we take ourselves to be Vyakti or the individuality. We are not Vyakti. We are Abhivyakti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Vidhiyate. See? Whether it is the hunger of a wise man or otherwise man, whether it is the hunger of a rich man or a poor man, whether it is the hunger of a human being or an animal, and the joy of satiation of hunger and the pangs of non-satiation of hunger, they are the common experience. when we see the animal planet here and there. One day I was seeing, and one sweet girl was sitting with me, maybe about 5-6 years, very close. Now she is a mother. So she, when the program was going on, the tiger or the cheetah was following a deer and caught it. So immediately she closes. How will you close it? I don't like it. Then I switched off. Then she said, see, this tiger will get sin because he has killed that, deer. You ask the tiger, he will not get the sin because he is not the killer. Do we get the sin when we eat rasgulla? See, friends, make this point very clear. The sin and the merit are possible only when there is a sense of doing, sense of doership. And when the tiger eats the animal, or when a snake eats a frog, or an elephant eats grass, the satisfaction of eating food is a common experience. See? So, if we recognize this, that the conscious principle alone is expressing through many, then the differences born out of individuality, they will disappear. It is for this purpose, in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan brings this topic. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetra vitya vidhiyate etadyo vettitam prahuhu kshetrajna iti tadvidaha. Idam shariram, this body is the kshetra, a field. And the embodied is the kshetrajna, the knower of the kshetra. So this is the body, I know. So I am the kshetrajna, the soul in this body, or the jiva. In Sanskrit, jiva. In English, soul. S-O-L-E. We are the soul. Like for every shoe, there is a separate soul. In the same manner, for every body, there is a separate soul. And then, this soul business is so deeply rooted in our Goa. People are extremely spiritual. They make soul curry. You know that? Highly spiritual. Whenever I go to Goa, I definitely ask, hey, soul curry will I? So you like it so much, I said, yes, spiritual. So, in the next verse, Bhagavan Krishna says, don't mistake that there is one soul per head. Bhagavan says, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharat. Bodies may be many, but the embodied, they are not many. There is but one reality. See, friends, this is what in the 6th chapter Bhagavan says. Who is a real yogi? Not the one who is twisting the body and telling you, oh, if you do this thing, you will live long. For what? If you want to curse somebody, on a truck on the backside, in India, wisdom is spread everywhere. So on the backside of a truck it was written, बुरी नजर वाले तू बहुत साल जी और तेरे बच्चे पोते तेरे को परेशान करें. what will you do living long? There is no need to live long. But what is understood by yoga is only these acrobatics. See? The real meaning of yoga, Bhagavan Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. 2-3 ways we look at it. First way, the definition of yoga according to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sanditam sa nishchena yoktavyaha yogaha anirvidna chetasa. Yoga is when the miseries come in your life, you refuse to be miserable. That is yoga. You will see all the yogis are most miserable. Not many students. How will I run my studio? See? That is not yoga. And to practice this, what is required? Nishchena yoktavyaha. You have to determine firmly, take a strong resolution. From this moment onwards, I refuse to be miserable. And when we maintain this level of bliss, then we are understood. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. See, friends. Vyakti or the individuality is born when we are miserable. When miseries come, and we don't become miserable, then Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, then the Chaitanya is manifesting. But when the miseries come and we become identified with the misery, then instead of Chaitanya manifesting, then the individuality is manifesting. So all the spiritual practices start from the individuality, come to the manifestation and disappear beyond the manifestation. See, Mundokopanishad says, Vidyate Hrudaya Vidyate Hrudaya Granthi Chidyante Sarva Samchayaha Kshiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drushte Paravare. He who has recognized, experienced both the manifest and the unmanifest simultaneously, meaning he who is able to cognize the transcendental and the immanent presence of the divinity, he alone has clear understanding of the truth. See? Therefore, when we talk about yoga, yoga is not twisting the body. It is not yoga. See? Refuse to be miserable. You have practiced yoga. And when this is being practiced, then the teacher gives subsequently, then your vision will change. The perception of a happy man and the perception of a miserable person are different. See? A happy person looks upon in this world with a positive attitude. And a miserable person looks upon this world with a negative attitude. While we were driving, Subhaji told me one very beautiful poetry he composed. He is a very good poet. He told Swamiji, don't worry, it is raining, but we will reach in time because we have to think positive. Then what positive? In this traffic jam, how it can be positive? So he said, a birdie in the sky, a birdie in the sky. I look up and the shit in my eye. I look up and the shit in my eye. But I thank God, cows don't fly. is a positive thinking. Imagine if the cow has to do it. See, friends, a happy person is an expression of the divinity. Paramatma is bliss. And a miserable person is an expression of blisters, not bliss. When you are alone but not lonely, then it is bliss. When there are more than two, then blisters. See? Get this point clearly. So, that Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetana iti avidhiyate, expression of this Chaitanya is beyond joy and sorrows. See, the pain is illumined by the same consciousness, and the comfort is also illumined by the same consciousness. The hunger is illumined by the same consciousness, and the satiation of hunger is also illumined by the same consciousness. So what is this consciousness? It is beyond. See? Again Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. When it is possible to go beyond the sins and merit, when we interact in this world, our equanimity is maintained. Then we go beyond sin and merit. As much sin is binding so much, the merit is also binding. See, friends. So when we interact in this world, sometimes we will be winning, sometimes we are defeated, sometimes we will gain, sometimes we will lose. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we will be miserable. This is how the life is. So with this understanding, when we maintain our equanimity, samatvam yoga uchyate. And when we are in equanimous position, naturally, without efforts, we function from an intuitive platform, which is far better than any OS, whether it is Windows or Android. That platform is supreme. See, friends, that intuitive understanding called as Ritambhara Pragya. Ritambhara Pragya is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Vidhiyate. Ritambhara Pragya is functioning beyond the limitations of cause and effect. I'll give one example. When I give my own examples, so that it is not a bluff. Second thing, I learned it from a child. Many years before, when I was talking to them, I used to give the same routine example. See how Dhruva was, he stood on one leg and did tapasya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, children should do it. One child said, Swami, yes, I don't believe in this thing. How can somebody stand on one leg for so long? I can't stand on two legs properly. I don't believe. He is right. He is trying to see that equation or example, whether it is possible or not. Then you give example of that Prahladji. No father is so cruel as his father was. I don't think it is possible. Who will kill one's own child like that? I don't believe in that. Then, third thing, you gave example of Bhagavan Krishna. He lifted that mountain on his one small finger. He said, when I see one small finger, I go to Susu. And he is holding me. And if he is holding, he is God. If God will not do, who will do it? Give me some example which is possible. See how true it is. From that day onward, I stopped giving these examples from the scriptures. See? So, this happened in Delhi many years before. There is a good friend of mine, he does very good Bhagavad Katha. So I wanted to listen from him. So I said, hey, I'll come and listen. He said, okay, you be the main listener. So they gave me a special seat, a huge pendant near Red Fort in Delhi. And then the whole tradition, keeping the Bhagavad on the head and taking the round and all that. And I don't get into that. I said, I stand apart. Don't put on my head anything. I got sufficient. Then, at least you go ahead. I said, no, I will not go ahead. I told that man, I said, you go ahead. I will follow you. Why? I said, I don't know. But actually, Swami should be in front. I said, whatever may be your rules, I will not do, okay? Go ahead. He went, stepped, and that particular wooden piece broke, and he went into Patal. Then I asked him, kaisa hai? Okay, now everything was sorted out. Afterwards, he said, Swamiji, when you knew, why did you push me ahead? I said, therefore I would be. I didn't know, it was just a kind of thing. See, friends, if we are no more living in a catch of cause and effect, for us, everything is the cause. But why she is angry? It is angry Brahman. Like there are different chocolates. Brahman also different brands. See, angry Brahman, happy Brahman, frustrated Brahman. Is it not? Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. She is hunger, she is mother, she is anger, she is everything. Because without this conscious principle, nothing is possible. But we get carried away by anger and hunger, and we forget the source which is illuminating both anger and anger. See? And therefore, when we are focusing our attention on this Chetana, this Devi, Sarva Bhuteshu, don't make this Devi as an individuality. It's a principle. Then Bhagavan says, he who has practiced this yoga of refusing to be miserable, his vision is different. Then what is his vision? Again he says, Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmannevanupashyati sarva bhutastamatmanam. Right from the Ishavasya, Bhagavan has straight away stood up. He who is able to see himself in all beings and all beings in him, ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshana. For him, there are no differences on any count. When this vision is developed, then he is a yogi. And what is his vision? Atmopammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. He who is able to look upon everybody as he looks upon himself. How we look upon ourselves? If I am hungry, I want food. In the same manner, when we are able to understand the pangs of hunger of others, then we have transcended our individuality and reached the manifestation. Discarding the Vyakti and reaching the Abhivyakti is the first step on the spiritual path. Vyakti creates differences. Abhivyakti merges all the differences into unity. See, friends, differences are many. We are men, women, young, old, Indian, non-Indian, educated, ज़्यादा ही पढ़े लिखे. See how many differences. But we are all alive, one common factor. See friends, therefore, first we were told the principle, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Vidiyate. Then the manifestation of that Chetana in the form of all the expressions of life, good and bad. See? It's very, very simple, friend. It's not difficult. But we have trained ourselves to give importance to the differences rather than forgetting the differences. Wherever there is problem is only because of this vision. The moment we change our focal length, you see all the differences disappear. See, what is the shape of electricity? We don't know. What is the shape, what is the temperature of electricity? We don't know. What is the taste of electricity? We don't know. But all these things are possible because of electricity. In the same manner, be very attentive. Forms are many, colors are many, sounds are many, but all of them are illumined by the same principle. Eyes are not obsessed with any color. Eyes can illuminate red color, green color, white, blue, yellow. Eyes have no problem. Because vision is a manifestation of mind. Colors have got some criteria. Vision doesn't have any color. See friends, our structural eye may have color, but vision doesn't have any color. Similarly, the sound have got frequencies, but the hearing ability doesn't have any frequency. See friends, when we thus discard the specificity and come at the common denominator, see, specificity is different colors, common denominator, vision. Specificity, eyes limited to colors and forms, ears limited to sounds, specificity. Mind has no specificity. Whether it is the sounds or colors and forms or taste or smell, all of them are possible with the common denominator of mind. See, one mind expressing through 5 sense organs has as if become 5, but it has not. In the same manner, one absolute reality expressing through Sarva Bhuteshu different conditionings expresses differently, and the differences are not on account of the reality. The differences are on account of the conditionings. See, there is no light electricity behind the bulb. There is no hot electricity behind the heater. There is no cool electricity behind the cooler. See friends, in the same manner as one mind, when the conditioning is eyes, it expresses as vision. So the limitation is the conditioning, not the mind. Exactly the same way, when the absolute reality expresses through any conditioning as mind, then it is called as life. When the same absolute reality expresses through another conditioning where the absolute reality cannot express as mind, then it is called as inert. But both of them, inert world, sarva bhuteshu, sentient world, sarva bhuteshu, everything is supported by this one absolute reality. In one conditioning, consciousness manifests as life. In another conditioning, consciousness is but unable to manifest as life. Like behind the bulb with light there is electricity. Behind the bulb without light also there is electricity. I can't be fooled, Swamiji, like this. This I can understand, there is electricity behind this bulb. But behind this fuse bulb, how there can be electricity? Remove and touch. You get direct experience. Then what is the difference? Difference is not in the electricity, but the instrument. Exactly the same way. When this reality is able to express as mind, the body becomes enlivened. And when the body loses its capacity to allow this absolute reality to manifest as mind, that body falls dead. But in the dead body also there is consciousness. Nay, live and dead bodies are in consciousness. See, friends, if I tell you in the Vedantic terminology, you will get frightened, therefore I am not telling you. There it is expressed. The Drishavachinna Chaitanya and Drashtavachinna Chaitanya, when they come together, then the knowledge happens. What is Drishavacheda Chaitanya? Drashtavacheda Chaitanya. Same thing. The consciousness in the objective world and the consciousness in the subjective being, when they come together, then only knowledge happens. Otherwise, knowledge cannot happen. Like, two chairs together, by side. This chair doesn't know it is a chair. How simple it is. The one has to be sentient, one has to be inert. Then only these two consciousness, like cathode and anode. When these two are joined together by a bulb, light happens. In the same manner, knowledge happens only in consciousness. When these two, objective and subjective consciousness, merge in the union, then the knowledge happens. Therefore, absolute reality is beyond sentient and inert world. In the sentient world, it expresses as hunger, thirst, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, everything. And if our attention is on this conscious principle, then like the mind tolerates whatever is seen by the eyes, the mind tolerates whatever is heard by the ears. In the same manner, absolute consciousness tolerates whatever is felt by the mind, joy or sorrow, tolerates. Consciousness doesn't oppose to anything. In the same manner, absolute reality doesn't matter whether it is the sentient world or it is the inert world. From the absolute standpoint, there is neither sentiency holy nor insentiency unholy. This is the path. So we start from the world and come to ourselves as an individual. start from the individual and reach the manifestation. Then start from the manifestation and reach what is manifested. See, in Kenopanishad, this thought comes. The student goes and asks the question, tell me about the truth, what it is like. So the teacher says, na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijanimaha, yatha etat anushishyat. Your sense organs don't function, your organs of action won't function, your mind will not function, your intellect will not conceive. And to be very frank with you, we don't know how to teach. Yatha etat anushishyat, we don't know how to teach. The student becomes disgusted. No, don't do like that. Please tell us something. So, the teacher says, okay, I'll tell you what my guru told me. What did he say to you? Anyadeva tad viditat atha aviditat adhi. That is other than the known and the unknown. What is that is never told. It is other than the known and the unknown. And then you keep on struggling. What is known? Dhokla is known, then Paramatma is not dhokla. See? Then what is unknown? The hot dog is unknown, Paramatma is the hot dog. So find out what falls in the purview of known and unknown. Known is the effect, unknown is the cause. It is other than the known and the unknown, beyond cause and effect. Na jayate mriyate va vipashit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. It is beyond the cause and effect. It is neither born nor dies. Abhavita va na bhuyaha, neither created nor it creates anything. See, friends. So, other than the known and the unknown, cause and effect. Drop the cause and effect, you are there. To drop the cause and effect, one simple technique I will tell you. Drop 2 words from your vocabulary. 2 words. You will be happiest person in this world. Which are those 2 words? Why and how. Immediately your question will come. But how? And why? Every question begins with this word W. The most unwanted alphabet in the English language is W. Why, how, when, where, woman, wife. See? W. All numbers are going to kill me, I know one day. See, friends. There is nothing in this world to be asked. In being is knowing. Knowing and being, they are not separate. Where knowing and being are separate, we are at a mental level. See? I know this is the mic, I am not the mic. So it is a mental process. I know this is a donkey and I am not a donkey. It's a mental process. The Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, I know Devi but I am not Re Baba. Then we are only at a mental process. See, friends, unless this basic error is corrected, all our spiritual practice, whether it is karma, whether it is upasana, it is only a struggle. Instead of that upasana, leading us to self-confidence. Many people who are doing this upasana, they become weaklings, For everything, oh God, you decide whether I should go to bathroom or not. What for God has given us brain. There is one beautiful shloka which tells, न हस्ते यष्टिम आदाय देवा रक्षन्ति साधकम यम तु रक्षितुम इच्छन्ति सुबुद्ध्या योजयन्ति तम. God doesn't protect you by taking a danda in the hand like a chowkidar watchman, but He gives wisdom. In this moment, live like this. This is what we are given buddhi by the Lord. The many people who are doing the upasana, instead of having confidence in Him, we have doubt in Him. And therefore, they are very dedicated and dedicatedly delicate. No confidence. See? Therefore, this Devi, what we are talking about, let us not search her here and there. Start from yourself. And to start from ourselves, this is the technique. That which is other than the known and the unknown. So first we have seen cause and effect. The moment you discard cause and effect, you are at peace. See, the other day some girl was talking to me, Swamiji, I have done this thing and he has done this thing. Finally, I have decided to separate. So, I have separated. Now tell me, who is right? I am right or he is right? I said, I am wrong. Now, what are you going to get out of this discussion? Who is right? Don't get into this kind of thinking process. It will destroy you. Go beyond cause and effect. Then the second meaning is other than the known and the unknown. What is known? Known is the waking and the dream experience. Unknown is the deep sleep experience. That which eliminates the waking experience but does not suffer the limitations of the waker. That which eliminates the dream experiences but never suffer the limitations of the dreamer. That which eliminates the experience of deep sleep of total absence and ignorance but never sleeps. That is beyond the known and unknown. And to make this point, the teacher further tells, Yad manasana manute yena ahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. That because of which the mind is able to think in its field, but that which cannot be thought of by the mind is the reality, the Brahman, and that Brahman you are. Vidhi, come to realize, recognize your own Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chaitanyetya Vidhiyate. Come to recognize this Chaitanya as your essential nature. Let us not get carried away by this paraphernalia. See? At this stage, see the quality of your mind. It is as if soaking in consciousness. This is 24/7 maintained effortlessly by all the wise people in the world. At this moment, you are neither happy nor miserable. Then you are. That's all. Hare Krishna, hold on to this. of the spiritual practice is not doing anything. It is undoing whatever we have been doing. It is not becoming anything. It is unbecoming. Don't we do the same process every day? When we go to sleep, what we do? First, we start undoing. To what extent? To the extent that I, the doer, has to disappear. Then second thing, we start unbecoming. So when we go to bed, we are no more officer, subordinate, driver, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, son, daughter. We start unbecoming, and undoing. And the last point comes, I want to sleep. This I and the want, when they are also dropped, then only sleep begins. Exactly the same way. Till such time, we are doing meditation, we are suffering silently, dignified way. Don't do meditation. Live in meditation 24/7. See, friends, do we do waking? We are in waking and then do the things. We don't do dreaming. We are in the dream and then do the things. We don't do sleeping. We are in the sleep and then snore. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot. Waker cannot snore. Dreamer is required. In the same manner, we have to live in meditation and then do the things in life. This living in meditation 24/7 is called as the spiritual life. And then we are in tune with Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chetanetya Vidiyate. See, friends, come to cognize this. You know what happens? Unknowingly, we all know withdrawal from the world by enfolding our faculties is spiritual practice. We all know unknowingly. Therefore, whenever we go to the temple, walking long distance, stand before Bhagwan Badrinath, and you go there and close eyes. You have gone all the way to close the eyes. See, when we sit for meditation, let us do meditation, okay. So immediately, first what we do, we stop movement. Then second thing, we close eyes. Third thing, now there should not be thoughts in the mind, but the mind is like a truck going on. And then we struggle because I am doing meditation. Don't do meditation. Freedom from meditation is God realization. Freedom from the waker is sleep. Otherwise, whole life. One person on Singapore airport, I was sitting comfortably reading something, newspaper. He came, sat next to me. Excuse me, do you deal in meditation? So I asked, I told him, no retail, only wholesale. Deal in meditation. No, I am also doing meditation for last 30 years. I said, it's your problem. No, I got only one problem in my meditation. The problem is, the mind is disturbed whenever I sit for meditation. What meditation is doing? Simply, then the buffaloes are better. They don't have mind. Friends, get rid of all these wrong notions. See? A simple technique is be happy. When you are happy, you are nearest to the consciousness. See? Don't struggle. And when we struggle, no, I have to observe fast. And when you observe fast, your stomach is crying for food. No, I am not going to eat. Then what do you think about food? So instead the food going in the stomach is going in the head. A replacement. See? And when you are hungry, you don't eat food and all that. And if anybody says something, does something, immediately burst out. Who told you to do this acrobatics? Eat 3 times a day, keep your stomach full and head empty, you will be happy. But our head is full of all stupidities. And then we imagine, I am following a spiritual practice. That is not spiritual life. Come back to the conscious reality that you are. And from that standpoint, when you look at the world is most beautiful. All the great masters lived in the same atmosphere where you and me are living. They had the same time scale. It's not that when Vivekananda was living, that time there were 40 hours a day, therefore he could do lot of work. And there were 15 days a week, therefore there was no time problem for him. And there were 100 days a month, and therefore he could do a lot of work. And there were 1,000 days in a year, therefore he had no time problem. But for us, we don't get time, Swamiji. What the time does? Sleep. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Ityapti. See, friends, stop complaining, be yourself, and you will see the whole scenario will change. Changing ourselves is spiritual practice. Trying to change others is social service. See? And we are so much sarva bhuta iti rataha. We are so much concerned about the welfare of the society that after one of my lectures, one Sindhi Amma came and told me, Swamiji, today your lecture was fantastic. Everything what my daughter-in-law needs you told today. So you come to my house and tell her, maybe she will improve. I said, Amma, you have come on your own, you have heard, but you don't want to change. She should change. Spiritual life is not changing others, you change. See? On your traffic, there are so many signs, no? No U-turn. I said, Mama, U-turn. I know U-turn. Unless we turn within, there is no way out. See, friends, living in this wisdom is invocation of Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti. First, Ichha Shakti. We have to have firm, strong, committed resolution. Bhagavad Gita says, Sadhurevassa mantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. He who has taken a firm resolution, from this moment onward, I have to change, not the world. He is already a great master. What we lack is firm commitment. Because his Ichha Shakti. No, Swamiji, what happens, our spirituality is like, the spiritual dysentery. One day it comes, second day constipation. Ram, Ram. No. So what we decide, we have to implement. So, Ichha Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. But don't implement in a dumb manner Jnana Shakti intelligently. See, we are having fever and temperature. No, but I have to take 3 times bath, When you are having pneumonia, but I will take bath. That is dumb. See? Lead your life intelligently, not intellectually. Lead life with commitment. Lead life with understanding. See? Then that Devi is invoked in us. See? One small last thought and I conclude. Parshuram ji defeated and killed Kshatriyas 21 times. 22nd time he was defeated by Bhagwan Ram. And whenever we are defeated, we become disgusted and go to Himalayas. So all the people who go to Himalayas, they are that brand. So Parshuram ji, he went to Malabar. And there when he went, he saw one Mahatma so cheerfully, comfortably sitting. In his presence, Parshuram ji, who was so agitated, frustrated, depressed, dejected, अब जी की क्या करेंगे, this kind of mood, when he went in his presence, he felt so much at peace. So he asked, Sir, what is this? I have never experienced this one. I can't even say what it is. So the great master said, this is Brahmananda. Can you explain me properly? So that master understood. He is an intellectual. Intellectuals you should be afraid of. Keep away from them. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable. Intelligent people are never miserable. So he was intellectual. Explain me properly. So the master said, see, you are extremely intelligent. You should go to Bhagwan Dattatreya. He will teach you. He is also very intelligent. So this fellow, with the arrogance of his intelligence, goes to Bhagwan Dattatreya. Tells, I went, but he couldn't explain me properly. You explain. Bhagwan Dattatreya, like the Ayurvedic doctors, they don't ask you what is wrong with you. They hold your pulse, sorry. It's a slip of tongue. The pulse is held by the allopathic doctors. So, and then they tell, Pitta jada ho gaya. What is their God knows. So, this great master, Bhagwan Dattatreya, tells him, you are right. Unless you do upasana, the truth is not revealed so easily. To know Brahmananda, you have to do upasana. He took one stone. This is Tripura Devi. And big list is given. Do this thing. Keep her on a soft asana. You should sleep on the floor. Give that Devi a warm water, milk, panchamrita snanam. You take cold water bath. Keep her in one place. You go around her 100,000 times every day. Give good food to her. Naivedya. You don't eat anything. Do this. Upasana started. And Devi is comfortable. Devi ko kya farak padta hai? He continued for a day, 2, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 12 years he did that. Then one day he said, what is this here? I am only keeping the stone, calling her Devi, she doesn't say one word. What is this? Then he went back to the Guru. What is this Devi? Devi, you wasted 12 years of my life. Who is this Devi? Then Bhagwan Dattatreya says, no, it is not wastage. Now, inquiry has kindled in your mind that Upasana made you think, who is this goddess? Unless this Upasana leads to inquiry, it is merely a mechanical existence. See, friends. Therefore, when we talk about Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, they are not three statues. Oh, this is Ichcha Shakti. No. Ichcha Shakti is firm resolution, commitment. Kriya Shakti, get activated. Not all the time like the laptop. क्या हो गया? ऐसे ही होता है. Virus. No. And the third thing, lead your spiritual life intelligently, not in a mechanical, dumb manner. See, then only we are invoking Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Vidhiyate Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha. And this salutation to Devi is like what? Like the waves salute to the ocean. Like the ornaments salute to the gold. Like the ocean salutes to the waters. When the wave salutes to the ocean, wave disappears. Only the ocean remains. When the ocean salutes to the water, only water remains. Ocean disappears. In the same manner, the real salutation to the goddess is we disappear and she alone remains.